Okay. Yay, technology. All right, so we're going to get started with Goodbye Grinch Skin. So we're going to be talking about some skincare tonight and how to keep your skin from being dull or dry, flaky. We don't want any of that. So hopefully none of us actually have green skin, but um, we're going to keep our skin hydrated. I'd love to know where everyone lives or like what's the weather like where you live. So we're a few of us. I know Tharea, Nisha, um, Letitia, we're in South Carolina and it doesn't get super cold here, but it's been a little cold. It it's like back and forth. You know, some days we'll have almost 80 degrees still, and then some days it's like 29. So it's really interesting. And that does a number on your skin, right? And then plus, when you run your heat inside, that definitely reduces the moisture in your house, and that will also affect your skin. So we're going to talk a lot about hydration. But what I'm going to do, I am going to do it on my face. And then if you are a guest, make sure that you are dropping in the chat any questions that you have. That's going to get you on the prize wheel also. And and you will also get onto the prize wheel if there is something that you hear me share that you want from your consultant. I want you to put sold and the product name, and I'll tell you how much each thing is as I share it, and then I'll also share some specials at the end. So sold and the name of the product when you hear it. That way your consultant can follow up with you. So I am going to do it on my face. So my face is just makeup free. I haven't done any skincare yet, so I'm going to show you our TimeWise Beyond Ultimate Miracle Set. So we have a Miracle Set, we have an Ultimate Miracle Set, and then we have a Beyond Ultimate, which is the best. So that's what I'm going to be showing you tonight. And we're going to start with cleanser. So did you know, and I'm doing what I do at my skincare sessions. I'm working with a spray bottle because this is my bedroom. I don't have a sink here. So we gonna work with what we have. I get to see what it feels like to be one of my party guests. So that's gonna be super fun. So did you know, and this is just the cleanser, did you know if you don't wash your face before you go to bed at night, you actually age like 7 to 13 days faster? Isn't that kind of scary, right? So it's it's interesting. Hey Andrea. Yay. Okay. So it's kind of scary, right? Because I know nobody really taught me that growing up, and oh gosh. And when I first heard that, I was like, oh wow, I am definitely dead in skincare years. So this is our TimeWise 4-in-1 cleanser. So it actually cleanses, tones, exfoliates, and has that added benefit of brightening. So you're just going to cleanse your face real good morning and night. And this is a very gentle cleanser, but it's also anti-aging. Does anybody here want to age faster at all? So just a reminder, guests, be sure you drop your name in the chat and who you're a guest of. That's how you're going to go in the prize giveaways. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this cleanser with a washcloth, which I would not normally recommend, but this is what we do at our skincare sessions, and this is what I have to do right now because I don't have running water right here. So I would love for you to put in the chat, what are some skincare questions that you have or skincare concerns? I know I'm talking a lot about like dry skin with the heater and, you know, with the weather going back and forth. I think I'm going to use this whole little spray bottle tonight. Now I know what it's like to sit at one of my sessions. All right, so let me show you this next product here. Has anyone ever tried our Microdermabrasion Plus set? Guests, consultants, anyone, have y'all used this? This stuff, this is actually the first thing that I ever fell in love with. I've been to Mary Kay almost 14 years. I went to a skincare session 14 years ago, and this is the thing that I fell in love with. Although I loved everything, this was my favorite. So this is a two-step exfoliating and calming set. And I'm gonna start with the Microdermabrasion Refine, which I gotta get my skin wet again. You don't want to put this on dry skin. I actually usually recommend using this in the shower because it's much easier to remove. It's gonna be interesting removing it from my face here at my computer desk. So with this, now this feels pretty gentle. It has aluminum oxide crystals, which are the same crystals they use in the spa or dermatologist office when you go get a microdermabrasion treatment. What kind of benefits do you think, and if you're a consultant or a guest, you can answer this. Everybody can answer this. What kind of benefits do you think you would get from a deep exfoliation like this? And this is such a deep exfoliation that you can literally just do it twice a month and still be good. What kind of benefits do you think you would see or feel from a deep exfoliation? And I'm just going to exfoliate all around my eyes. I'm not going to get close to my eyes. Yes, glowing skin, absolutely. All right, what else? I've had a lot of people, because I've been doing this for a lot of years, I've heard a lot of people say, I just have this flaky skin and I keep or not exfoliating, I keep moisturizing it and it just never goes away. Well, a lot of times that is a lack of exfoliation versus a lack of dryness. So you cannot rehydrate dead skin. It doesn't work. It will never work. I don't care how good your moisturizer is. You can't bring it back to life. You got to get rid of it. So every couple of weeks, you want to do a nice microdermabrasion treatment, and it is definitely, like y'all said, glowing skin, smoothness, absolutely. It's also going to brighten because you're getting that dead dull skin off, just like when we do our satin lips. But this is for your face. All right, let's see if it's possible for me to get all of, oh my gosh, this is gonna be fun. So use this with running water. Now, I will also tell you that some of the stuff that you're gonna see me do right now, I wouldn't always do on the same night. Typically, I would recommend doing this. Let's see. There's still a little bit of crystals, but you know what? When my face dries, they'll just fall off. So normally I would do this on a separate night than the charcoal mask, but we cannot do a Goodbye Grinch Skin without charcoal, right? The Grinch loves charcoal. He wants everybody to have charcoal in their stockings. So, so we're gonna do this charcoal mask, and I'm gonna put it on my face, but I'm not gonna let it dry the whole time because we only have so much time. We only have like 15 minutes left together. So this is our mask applicator. And when you use this, it just makes your job so much easier. So you just apply your charcoal mask all over. The charcoal mask is like a once a week type of thing. It's going to detox your pores. It's going to pull oil, bacteria, blackheads, breakouts right on out of your pores. It's fantastic. Who here has ever used any kind of charcoal mask? Or maybe you've used our charcoal mask? Especially if you're a consultant. I assume you've used our charcoal mask. All right. I need to know in the chat because y'all are quiet. What's your favorite Mary Kay product? Whether you're a guest, a consultant, what's your favorite that you've tried so far? We have lots of fantastic products. So when you apply the charcoal mask, you're going to avoid your eyes, but you can put it everywhere else. And normally, I would even do it on my neck because sometimes my neck breaks out. You know, it's like your face. You can get breakouts on your neck. My face actually doesn't break out anymore. I used to have really bad cystic acne when I started my Mary Kay business. So while I let this dry for just a few minutes, I'm going to tell you some fun stuff. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story and just a little bit about the business through my story. So tell me your favorite Mary Kay product in the chat. And who all's a guest, by the way? Okay, so I know Andrea, Letitia. Is Connie a guest also? I want to make sure all my guests go, not all my guests, all the guests go on the prize wheel. So the only way you're going to go on the prize wheel is if I know you're a guest. So make sure you let me know. So I'm actually going to go to my prize wheel right now and put our guests so far on here. And you also get extra entries as a guest. So we're going to do at least $50 in free products given away tonight, which is super exciting. And the way that you're going to get in is by being a guest and me knowing that you're a guest. Okay, perfect. And then the other way that you can get in is by asking questions. And then if you see a product that you know you want, you're going to put sold and the product name in the chat. And I want you to, or no, sorry, sold in the product name. And then you will get 5 extra entries into the giveaway and your consultant will follow up with you. So I'm going to show you one more thing before I share a little bit about my story. These are our Hydrogel Eye Patches. Does anyone here actually get 8 hours of sleep at night? Nobody ever really does, right? So, no, right. And I feel like a lot of times for us women, it shows. You could tell, right? So, this is your 8 hours of sleep in a jar. So, it's going to make you look like you got 8 hours of sleep, even if you didn't. So, they're these super fun, like hydrogel eye patches. They're sparkly and pink. And I'm just going to put them right up under my eyes. And I do not have a mirror here. That's a mistake I always make when I do these sessions online. I never bring a mirror, so I'm just literally working with the camera right now. So if it's a hot mess, yeah, just go with it. It's totally fine. So there's that one, and then there's this one. And we're just gonna let this dry for a little bit. This is what I call, oh yeah, girl, more water is gonna make a huge difference too. More sleep, absolutely. But you know what? We can still look like we got those things. So this, I'm going to show you a couple of before and afters right quick. So I'm going to let this dry for just a little bit, not the entire time, but just a little bit. And let me show you this. So make sure you put your questions in the chat because that's going to get you extra entries. And I'll tell you the price of everything that we've tried so far. And then at the end, I'm going to give you some specials. So let me show you some before and afters with the microdermabrasion first. So look at this. So this is the Microdermabrasion Plus set. So I've done the refine so far. I haven't done the second step yet because now I have the charcoal mask on my face. So this, these before and afters are one use. Oops. Look, I'm trying to scroll down and that did not work the way I wanted it to. Okay, so it helps drastically with texture and just the smoothness, all the things you guys said earlier, it helps with. And then let me find, okay, so here are the hydrogel eye patches. So on the left side of the screen, that's our instant puffiness reducer. I'm not doing that one today. But on the right side of the screen, those are our hydrogel eye patches. That's some of our before and afters. And these are also one use with the hydrogel eye patches. So the bottom right, this is me. When they first came out, my now 6-year-old, she was only 9 months old. And she actually didn't sleep for 3 years. Like, legit, I got 0 sleep and I was so tired and I looked so tired. And they just gave me a little bit of life or made it look like I had a little bit more life than I really did. So, those are some before and afters with the hydrogel eye patches. And then let me find the charcoal mask. I have lots of pictures here. Hold on. So the charcoal mask, here we go. So these charcoal mask before and afters, you can see where it's dried. It dries to a lighter gray. And maybe I can like fan it and dry it a little bit faster. And when you see it dry, you will literally see what it pulls from your pores. It's kind of crazy. So any dark spots or dark patches, that's oil and blackheads. And then white spots, so you can see a white spot right here on the top of her nose, like the bridge of her nose right here. That is bacteria and breakouts. So if you had any clogged pores, you would see the white spots. The charcoal mask is also fantastic for bug bites, rashes, anything that you want to draw from the skin. It's also really good for detoxing armpits. So this stuff is amazing. So now, so far what I've shown you, cleanser, this is part of a set. So I'm going to tell you the set price once I get through the rest of the set. Now the Microdermabrasion Plus set, this comes with the Refine. And the pore minimizer, this is going to last you about a year and a half if you use it every other week, and it's $58. You cannot go to a spa or dermatologist office and get a microdermabrasion treatment for $58, and that would be one treatment. You're going to get a year and a half supply for that price here with us, which is exciting, right? So, also, the charcoal mask is $26. It's going to last you about 6 months. And the mask applicator is $12, and it makes life a lot easier. So, any questions so far? Oh, can you use them with the mask? Wait, Andrea, now I saw that a little late. So what are you asking? Sorry. Is it the patches? Is that what you're asking? Um, because I will tell you, at our sessions and sometimes on these Zooms, I'll use products together that I wouldn't normally. Yes. So technically you can. Now, where it's on my cheeks right here, it's not going to dry. The charcoal mask is not going to dry. But, you know, if we are saving time, which we all need to save time as women, you can use these together, just like I'm doing today. Typically, I would use the charcoal mask on its own, and I would use the hydrogel eye patches on their own. A lot of times the eye patches I would use in the morning, but you get results that last several days. This is not going to replace your daily eye cream, which I'll show you in a little bit, but it is a fantastic instant result product that lasts several days. So sometimes I'll wake up and I look like, oh my gosh, like what happened? Or if you have allergies or if you cry the day before and your eyes are just super puffy, this is a fantastic thing. I'll wash my face in the morning. I'll slap them on, go get my coffee, do whatever it is, that I do in the morning, and then I'll come back, throw the eye patches away, and then I'll do the rest of my skincare. Oh, yes, that's a great question. So the eye patches, you get 30 pairs for $44. So 30 pairs for $44. And I'm sure we've all been to like a place where you can get a single use because a lot of times you'll have those little foil packs hanging at Walmart or whatever. You can get one pair of eye patches for like $5. So for 44 pairs, it would cost you over $200, which is insane. So, or 44 pairs, sorry. For 30 pairs, it would cost you over $100, which is still insane. So I did that backwards because it's the end of the day and I have wrapped a lot of presents today and my brain is not 100% functional right now, but that's okay. So, all right. I'm putting you all in my prize wheel again for asking the questions. And I see Angela hopped on. So, Angela, are you a guest or are you a consultant? And
I am a guest of Rhea.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Well, welcome. I'm so excited to have you on. You're
Oh,
helping her out by being her guest.
yes.
That's exciting. Okay, so I'm putting you all on my prize wheel again, by the way. So just as a reminder, here's how you're getting on the prize wheel because we're going to give away a $50 worth of free products. And so for being a guest, you get on the prize wheel. For asking questions, you get on the prize wheel. And then if you see a product that you know that you want from your consultant, you're going to say sold and the product, like this. Here, I'll show you. Sold charcoal mask or whatever it is. And that's going to get you on the prize wheel 5 extra times, and then I'll spin the wheel at the very end. So, yes, this is the same cleanser we did at the skincare session. We do have other cleansers, so get on more parties that we do, and you'll see other skincare lines. This is just our most popular one. So, really quickly, I'm going to spend about 2 minutes sharing a little bit about my story and a tiny bit about the business, what we do. So, consultants, I'm going to need y'all's help and just, using the chat, utilizing it. Consultants and directors. Okay, so I've been building my business for almost 14 years now, and I was invited to a skincare session all those years ago, and I didn't know anything about Mary Kay. I really thought Mary Kay was people that go door to door selling lipstick out of a wagon, and I didn't know that you could make any amount of good money doing this. I thought it was more like people who couldn't find a job or just wanted a tiny little bit on the side. And then I went to the session, I took my mom with me, and I told her, all right, make sure I don't buy anything, and she said, okay, as long as you make sure I don't buy anything. And we pull up at the house of the girl who hosted the session. And I pull up next to this black Equinox and it says Mary Kay on the side. And I was like, Mom, this woman is so conceited. Like it even says Mary Kay on her car. So we go in, we try all the products. I fell in love with literally everything. I wanted to buy literally everything. And then when they shared the business information, I was just thinking, gosh, there's no way. I was a full-time student. I was working full-time as a paralegal. I had two small kids. They were 4 and 8. We had Cub Scouts, dance. There were a lot of things on my plate. I was running a business on the side, making baby shower favors and diaper cakes. If you know what those are, you cannot eat those, but you could take them apart and use them. Um, and there was no room in my life for anything else, but I wanted to do it. There was just this draw. I was like, it doesn't make sense because I was an introvert. Well, I guess I am still an introvert, but very shy, very quiet, didn't wear skincare, wasn't into makeup. Um, I didn't really, I mean, I used skincare kind of sort of, but not really. It was more like just clean and clear and, whatever was in the shower. I wasn't, it wasn't something that I knew about or was passionate about. But what I do love is the idea of being my own boss. And so I decided to give this business a try. And at first, my goal was a little extra cash while I was in school to help pay for gas because gas was very expensive. And then it just evolved from there. The longer I did it, the more my confidence grew, the more money I made, the more excited I got, and I decided to move into leadership. So now I've been a sales director with this company for about 12 years, a little over 12 years. And I have been driving free cars for the same amount of time, about 12 years now. And I just love this business. I love the sisterhood. So if you're a consultant, I want you to drop some of your favorite things about being in Mary Kay. What are some positive things that you've gotten from it? Some of your favorite perks or your favorite parts of this business, whether it's, I'm not even going to give you examples. I'm just going to let you answer it. So consultants, directors, I would love for you to drop that in the chat. But they reward us. They praise women to success in this company. And I am very grateful to be part of Mary Kay because this is my family's main source of income. And I just love everything about it. I love sharing it with others. I feel like a lot of people right now are struggling to make ends meet and could use extra money in their life, whether it's to pay off debt, whether it's to go shopping, or whether it's for tax write-offs, or whether it's to put gas in your car, pay your rent. There are no limits to what you can do in this business. So I see, okay, the positive atmosphere, uplifting sisterhood, 50% off products. Yes, that's a great perk. Community, empowering women, 50% off products, rewards and recognition. I love it. Yes, I love all those things. And I love that we can come together all over the US and lift each other up. 19 free cars, Regina, that is amazing. How fun is that? I just earned my ninth free car, so I'm working on it. That's exciting. But I just earned that this month, and I'll be able to order it January 1st, which is exciting. So yes, you can drive free cars in Mary Kay. Turns out that black Equinox that I parked next to at that skincare session was a free car. And then I was like, oh, well, now I feel bad for saying that. So, okay, I'm going to show you look how it's dried. It's much lighter. You can actually see dark spots. I definitely, a lot of times will struggle with oil. That's my biggest thing. And you can see a couple of white spots too. So here's what I'm going to do. Normally I would let it dry a little bit longer, but for the sake of time, and I'm already going a little over, it's very hard for me to stick to 30 minutes, but I'm going to go ahead and remove this charcoal mask. By the way, we do not have peel off mask in Mary Kay. We only have rinse off mask because peel off mask actually stretch your pores and cause wrinkles. So that's the opposite of what we're going for when we're using skincare, right? Let's see. And it's very easy to remove. I love how easy it is to remove. All right, so hey, Alana or Elena? Alana? Welcome. Thank you for being on.
Yes, sorry about that. I couldn't find my unmute button.
You're totally fine. So is it Alana?
Elena.
Elena. Okay, welcome on. Okay, this is not always the easiest without a mirror, without running water also. I think I'm wiping the wrong spots. I'm looking in the camera. But it does come off super easy and it leaves your skin soft, not stripped, which I kind of expected it to dry my skin out when I first used it, when it first came out. And the first time I used it, I was just like, oh my gosh, this stuff is amazing. All right, let's see what we got here. Yes, it's happy. I actually really needed this, so this worked out perfectly today. You know, I haven't been eating the best because it's the holidays, and there's lots of fun holiday food. There's also lots of fun holiday drinks and like eggnog and stuff. And so I also haven't been drinking as much water as I should. So this this is all super helpful for me. So thank you. All right, so now I may have gotten it all off, maybe, maybe not. We're just gonna say yes, that we got it all off. And I'm gonna show you a couple other things. All right, so no more Grinch skin means we really need to hydrate. Like, do you know that dry skin actually ages faster? And that doesn't just mean dry skin as in your skin type. That means if you have oily skin and you don't moisturize, it ages faster. So I'm going to do a couple of things, and a typical rule of thumb, it's not like a hard fast rule, but it is a pretty good rule to follow when it comes to using serums and moisturizers and things like that, is that it's usually thinnest to thickest. So there's a couple of things I'm going to use right now, and I'll tell you why I'm using them in the order that I am. First, I'm going to use my eye cream because I don't want to accidentally get any of the other steps around my eyes. So I'm going to use eye cream first and then be done with that. So this is our TimeWise eye cream. It's an all-in-one eye cream. So I just get a little bit with my ring finger because that's your weakest finger, and we're just going to pat it all around the eyes, out a little bit where the crow's feet are going to not come because we're preventing them with this amazing eye cream. So this moisturizes for 12 hours. It helps with crow's feet, dark circles, fine lines. It brightens, it depuffs, it does everything. So our eyes tend to be the first place that shows signs of aging. So you definitely want a good eye cream. It will make a big difference. So now, I'm gonna do this. This is our Clinical Solutions Hydrating Booster. So this is a hyaluronic acid and ceramide hydrator. Because it's winter, because I actually have rosacea, so that I love this stuff because of how hydrating it is. But also because the air inside is just so dry right now. So our boosters they're very thin and they're very targeted. So you really only need a tiny amount. So I'm probably just going to use, so that's 1 drop, 2 drops, 3 drops, and I got some in my mouth. That's yummy. So 3 drops, and I'm just going to spread it, and this stuff spreads really easily. So this is just going to lock in some moisture, some extra moisture. This doesn't replace my, oh, you haven't tried this? Oh my gosh, my skin is so smooth, y'all, from that microdermabrasion. It feels amazing. So the hydrator is going to give you glowy, dewy, super hydrated skin. And I actually have oily skin, but again, oily and hydrated are not the same thing. So just because you have oily skin does not mean that you need to skip moisturizer because that's a bad idea. All right, so next I'm going to do the pore minimizer. Because I did the microdermabrasion, this calms your skin. So this is thinner than a serum. This is a serum. So pore minimizer, and I am going to do this back to back to back. Sometimes I will wait a little bit, but I just have like literally just one pump. When you use things like moisturizers and things like that, you always want to dot it so that it actually makes it on your whole skin or your whole face and isn't just all concentrated on one cheek or your forehead. So dot it and then use your fingertips to just blend it all over. So this is going to calm my skin after that deep exfoliation. And really, I did a deep exfoliation and then the charcoal mask. So this is going to just calm and reduce redness. And then next, this is our nighttime recovery. So this is fresh vitamins for your skin. These are fresh vitamins A, C, and E in these beads that burst as you pump the product out. And this stuff's amazing. And so I'm gonna put this all over. And this is going to help your skin recover from the day because your skin is stressed out throughout the day for lots of different reasons. And I'm getting my face ready for bed, but I still have lots of presents to wrap. So my kids are waiting for me right now. I have three kids. One of them is in California. He's 22. He's in the Marine Corps. But I also have a 17-year-old daughter and a 6-year-old daughter, and they are waiting for me right now to wrap stuff because we ran to Walmart earlier because I realized my husband's stocking was there was nothing to put in it, which is weird because normally I'm good about that stuff. So we ran to Walmart to get stocking stuffers. Anybody want to know how much money I spent? Like, just guess how much. You just can't run into Walmart. It's ridiculous. Okay, so last, $5, girl. That would be nice. No, try again. So last, I'm gonna do our hydrate or antioxidant moisturizer. I feel so bad now, y'all. This was terrible. I ran in to buy stocking stuffers and I spent $286. Don't worry, it's not all going in his stocking. That would be yeah, interesting, right? Cannot run into Walmart. I cannot. I can also not run into Kroger. I'll run into Kroger and buy everything that's on sale. So, yeah. So this is our antioxidant moisturizer. It's going to moisturize all day or all night. All right, so I'm going to wrap it up because I know that we ran a little bit over, but so Andrea, the charcoal mask is absolutely going to draw those out without peeling. So it's going to draw them out actually better, I promise. So, let me just go back over what we did. So the Beyond Ultimate Miracle Set actually includes your cleanser, your Microdermabrasion Plus set, your day and night. So I only use the night, but it also comes with your daytime defender, moisturizer, and your eye cream. You get all of that. This is a 6-month supply of daily skincare and then a 1.5 year supply of the microdermabrasion for $208. So that's the Ultimate Miracle Set. And then we also did the charcoal mask with the applicator. This mask set here is $38. And then I showed you the Hydrogel Eye Patches. You get the jar of 30 for $44. And then I also showed you the Clinical Solutions Hydrating Booster, which is $38. This is going to last you about 3 months. So all together, you want to say hi?
Hi, Olivia.
Say hi. This is Olivia, the 6-year-old. She loves Mary Kay, but I think she's actually really just ready to finish wrapping stuff. So, so altogether, if you were to get everything that I shared tonight from your consultant, it would be $328. So what we're going to do is offer you a special for just $300. And you are also going to get, if you want all of it, you're also going to get the travel roll-up bag. Look at this roll-up bag. So you can hang it anywhere. It spins like a let go. We can't show the whole thing because it's big. It spins, it does tricks. It's got a hook and it rolls up like this. So this is the travel roll effect. It holds a lot. And then if you're traveling and you don't want all the things, these all come off individually. So you're going to get that for free if you want the whole entire thing, everything I just showed you for $300 with a free roll-up bag. Okay, so Andrea, that is a great question. So the eye cream by itself is $38, and then the cleanser by itself is $26. So you can definitely do things individually. So any other last minute questions? Anybody who